Hi there. Thanks for joining us for Together. I'm Karen Leigh. This show is dedicated to the stories that lift us up, empower us, and help us remember how lucky we are to be Coloradans. There are so many amazing things happening all around us, and here you're going to get to see some of it firsthand. So go ahead, grab the kids, sit back and relax as we share these incredible stories about your friends and neighbors. Well, one of my favorite things about our Together for Colorado stories is the chance to highlight amazing people. That includes you, our wonderful viewers. One of you stepped up big time to help a couple who is ripped off. Kelly Worthman traveled to Firestone and shares the happy ending.
A work in progress turns into the scene of a crime.
We were needing a bathroom and a bedroom put in our basement.
Vernon Joyce Sorensen hired a contractor to remodel their home, but then he skipped out on them.
He took it all. We don't have anything left.
There's no savings at all left.
The Sorensens were hopeless until this man came along.
He's our godsend.
Oh, come on, this is a minor job.
Oh, not to us.
Their story coming up on Together.
Well, Colorado's legislative session wrapped up about a month ago, and in the sea of suits and heels at the Capitol, there was a little girl coming together to make a big change. Sean Boyd explains how she convinced lawmakers to create Gracie's Law.
In many ways, Gracie Hoyt is like any other 7-year-old girl. But in other ways, she is totally different.
Gracie is this little superhero of love.
She has a rare condition that impacts less than 50 people in the world.
I call her Amazing Gracie.
How lawmakers came together to help Gracie and other kids suffering from rare conditions. That's next on Together.
The Denver Broncos are coming together for Colorado's kids. They took their teamwork from the football field to a playground. Dylan Thomas explains how the players are showing support for their young fans by proving what a good role model is all about.
Rome wasn't built in a day, but this playground in Brighton was.
This is awesome. Kids love new things.
It's all thanks to volunteers, including the Denver Broncos. The players traded their footballs for shovels to make this a reality.
And so I'm pretty sure they're going to be excited to see this, and I'm glad I'll be able to be a part of this.
And for one player, the cause hit close to home. That's later on Together.
And we're going to have more on those stories in just a moment. First, though, I want to tell you about a remarkable young girl battling leukemia. Gabby Kovac had one wish. She wanted to be famous. And in true Colorado fashion, total strangers came together to make that dream come true. And in this case, those strangers were students from 150 schools who raised money for Make-A-Wish Colorado. This week, the roles reversed, and Gabby gave thanks to those students. Kathy Walsh and photojournalist Bill Mashore were there as she gave thanks.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much, Gabby.
And one more. Gabby's a celebrity.
And that's just the way she likes it.
I feel famous every day.
That's Gabby's wish come true. A movie star makeover, spa days, photo shoots, a party at the Four Seasons, and more have made Gabby Kovac special. It's what she wanted when the Make-A-Wish Foundation offered to grant her wish.
I wanted to focus on the stuff that isn't bad instead of the stuff that is bad.
The bad stuff is the rare form of leukemia Gabby has been fighting. Her parents say the 8-year-old is months away from finishing 2.5 years of chemotherapy, and Gabby is in remission.
Things are looking really good.
Her spirits are higher than ever.
That was evident at Elitch Gardens.
1, 2, 3, dab on it.
Gabby took the mic to thank the kids from the top 3 fundraising schools who collectively raised more than $147,000 for Make-A-Wish, the most out of 150 Colorado schools.
It really brings the community together.
They're the best teenagers ever.
There's no question being famous fits Gabby, and being generous can make wishes come true.
In all, students donated more than $1 million to Make-A-Wish Colorado. The top fundraisers were Mountain Vista High School, Mountain Ridge Middle School, and Summit View Elementary, all in Douglas County. Way to go. A young man in Jefferson County who is battling leukemia is also getting plenty of support from the community. 20-year-old Logan Graybill was diagnosed with the blood cancer just last month. Well, last weekend, friends and family gathered at this homemade baseball field to raise money. The field had not been used for more than a year, but everyone agreed that there was no better reason to come back and play Logan's parents were grateful for everyone's support.
It's less about Logan and less about us, and frankly, it is more about the cause.
And I have no doubt that he will win this battle.
Together, the community has raised more than $10,000 for Logan and his family. And if you want to pitch in a few dollars, we have more information on our website on how to do it at cbsdenver.com. Well, kids battling tough diseases need access to their doctors, but for one little girl, getting the treatment she needed became impossible when her doctor switched hospitals. So Gracie Hoyt came together with Colorado lawmakers to make a change. And thanks to her, Gracie's law protects other kids. Sean Boyd and photojournalist Bob Burke introduce us to the 7-year-old with a lot of spirit and spunk.
At just 7 years old, Gracie Hoyt has a law named after her. But that's just part of what makes her story so extraordinary.
We've been through so much with Grace's medical condition that it's just surreal.
Gracie is one of less than 50 people in the world who feels no pain. Susan Hoyt says it took years to find a doctor who even knew what her daughter's condition was, let alone how to treat it. But when that doctor switched jobs, a non-compete clause in her contract prevented her from seeing Gracie and all former patients for 2 years.
When you have a rare disease or a rare condition, that's a big problem.
That is a law.
A problem Senator Rachel Zenzinger fixed with Gracie's law. It makes an exception in non-compete contracts for doctors who treat rare disorders.
I absolutely can see the effect of how this is going to change her lives and the lives of all the people that have rare diseases or disorders.
Among those who turned out for the bill signing, Gracie's former doctor, who learned of the legislation after seeing our story.
I think that this is a small step in the right direction.
Gracie, just happy to be reunited with her doctor, called the law in her name
It's weird.
Weird, but her brother had a different take.
I think it's really cool.
It is really cool. Way to go, Gracie. That's so awesome. We wanted Sean Boyd to come in here and talk a little bit more about this because it's such a big deal for a little girl to make something like this happen, right?
You know, you saw her doctor, saw our story, and called Gracie, and so now they're reunited. And you think about it, I mean, we've got kids, and losing your kid's pediatrician is a big deal, right? But when you've got a child who only a handful of doctors in the country know what the condition is, let alone how to treat it, it's a really, really big deal to be able to get that doctor back for Gracie and her family.
Yeah, it makes all the difference in the world for them.
Yeah.
Now she moves forward. Let's also talk about, you know, this isn't only meant to help Gracie, right? This is going to impact anyone that needs this type of help, right?
Well, it's going to impact those with the rare conditions only. So it doesn't apply to everyone. It's just in those conditions where you have kids who have really rare conditions where you really do only have a handful of doctors who know how to treat them appropriately. So that's about 7,000 kids in Colorado, so small number, relatively speaking, but big deal for them.
Yeah, so great. And I think it's just such a beautiful story on how one person, doesn't matter what your age is, you can really make a difference.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, Sean, for being with us. We appreciate it. Well, coming together for Colorado often means helping those less fortunate. And in this case, it meant getting your hands dirty. How these plants will help the homeless in Denver. That's next on Together. Master gardeners are coming together for Colorado by sharing their skills. Volunteers headed to Father Woody's Haven of Hope to plant in the garden. There used to be only flowers there, but now there are vegetables, herbs, spices. They'll be used to make meals for the homeless. Everything from fresh mint to onions to make the best food possible.
We want to serve our meals to the people and show them dignity, and we want to give them something that you and I would eat and everybody else would eat. There's no difference just because they may be homeless and living on the street that they shouldn't be able to eat a decent meal just like what you and I could come in and get at any restaurant.
The shelter says the regulars really do notice a difference. They say it makes them feel pretty good to know that people care about what they're eating. All right, now's the time to get outside, plant that garden if you haven't done it already. Certainly has been hot enough for some gardens lately.
Yes, but you've had to crank up the sprinkler to get them some water.
To get them going,
and
right?
We might get some water this weekend, so you may have to dodge a few thunderstorms if you're out and about, but do get out and about. Take a look at some of our great pictures. There's one place that's kind of a hidden gem up in Golden. Danielle and Jeremiah sent this in. Danielle is one of our great webmasters here at Channel 4, but Golden's one of those areas that if you haven't been there, they've got a lot of shops and restaurants and all types of great things to check out up there.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at this. Eric and Julie sent this in. They called it a beautiful hike. They didn't say where they were, but I'm guessing like Roxborough Park maybe, or somewhere along the hog back there.
I have not been there.
Good shot. Yeah, that's a great place to go. And Brandon White and friends down at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo in Colorado Springs. If you look real closely next to Brandon's friend there on the right, there's a little giraffe back there. And they had a baby giraffe.
That's right. Not too long ago. We've been talking about it.
And they named it Penny.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
After Penny Lane, the Beatles song. We hear the giraffe really likes the Beatles songs out there. So if you go down there, that's another hidden gem, I think, in Colorado. You know, it's not as big as the Denver Zoo, but it's a lot different experience because they're back up against the mountains. You got to hike through the mountains and check things out.
People love it.
And you could feed the giraffe.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, real quick, Father's Day this weekend. Happy Father's Day to you, Dave.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, if you are going to be out with your pop on Sunday, it is going to rain. We've got remnants of what was once a hurricane coming up, so get Dad out early in the day.
That's right. Enjoy that day for sure.
Or it's going to get soaked in the afternoon, I think.
All right, Dave, thanks for being with us. And be sure to share your photos with us as well. We want to see you out enjoying Colorado with your family. Send us an email at togetherforcolorado@cbs.com, or you can post it on social media using the hashtag #4Colorado, and we will be sure to share it right here on this show. Well, still to come on Together, a scammer stoops really low, steals money from a blind man. Our original story affected so many of you, but one viewer just couldn't sit back and do nothing. He's one of several who came together to make it right.
And just one look at them told me that, you know, they were hurting.
On this week's Together for Colorado calendar, Tuesday it is Dine and Donate at Steuben's in Arvada. 15% of proceeds will be donated to the Arvada Visitor Center. On Wednesday, enjoy Cocktails for a Cause. The event at the Cable Center supports Streets Hope, dedicated to helping women escape sex trafficking. On Thursday, there's an evening of music, community, and celebration in Longmont. The Heart and Soil fundraiser will benefit Wildline's restoration volunteers. Find more information on these and other events on the Together for Colorado page at cbsdenver.com. Our Together for Colorado Stories gives us a chance to tell you about the generosity of viewers like you. Well, late last year, we introduced you to a blind Vietnam veteran who was scammed out of thousands of dollars. He trusted a contractor who ended up running off with his money. But his story does not end there. Thanks to a viewer, this one has a very happy ending. Kelly Worthman and photojournalist Robert Gadecki explain.
We just wanted a bedroom and bathroom. We really didn't expect what we got.
This may look like an ordinary basement remodel, but to Vernon Joy Sorensen, it's a dream come true.
What's your favorite part about downstairs?
The shower. It's gorgeous.
And it's all thanks to Paul Eckert and his generous team.
What made you want to help them?
I just saw it on the news.
Last December, Paul saw our story about Vernon Joyce. The couple was hoping to build a bedroom and bathroom for their son, who takes care of his disabled parents. But a so-called contractor left the project undone, taking more than $20,000 from this blind Air Force veteran.
I trusted him, so I gave him my money. It hurts.
Without a second thought, Paul called in his crew to help the couple down on their luck. He knew they didn't have a penny left to spend, so he completed the project for free.
We gave them a little extra, and they think it's a lot extra, which is great.
Not only did Paul and his crew step in to help Vernon Joyce, many businesses around Colorado also chipped in, some donating this glass door and the beautiful tile inside.
And I think your newscast has a lot to do with that, because people saw it too. When I mentioned it, oh yeah, I remember that.
Vernon Joyce say they are overwhelmed by the outpouring of generosity. Paul and all those who donated not only gave this family a better home, their acts of kindness gave them hope.
The goodness of people after you've been beat down, it lifts you back up.
It certainly does. Just beautiful. Well, Colorado, we know, works better when we all work together. How the Denver Broncos are working together to make a lasting impression on Colorado's kids. Plus, 2 teenagers are awarded for their bravery, how they came to the rescue to help a senior citizen in need. The Denver Broncos are coming together for Colorado by making an impact both on and off the field. This week, the rookies took a break from practice to spend time with kids at the Boys and Girls Club. The team got the chance to relax and make a lifelong impact on some of these kids. They did everything from playing a game of patty cake to shooting some hoops. The idea was to give the kids an afternoon to remember, all the while introducing them to some positive role models. Broncos are always showing support for the Boys and Girls Clubs. This week, another group of players visited a club in Brighton. They came together for Colorado and built a brand new playground from scratch. As Dylan Thomas shows us, for one of the volunteers, the cause is pretty personal.
Before sunrise, this land just southwest of the Brighton Boys and Girls Club.
It was a grassy area.
Thanks to hundreds of volunteers.
This is a brand new playground.
The Denver Broncos partnered with Kaboom and other local organizations to make this playground a reality.
This is the build day. This is when all the hands get dirty and we build it in a day.
But
this process started months before.
Denver Broncos players visited the club in April, where they designed the playground with kids.
They liked swirly slides better than straight slides, and something that twirls was really important to them.
This is awesome. Kids love new things.
Second-round pick Cortland Sutton had a closer tie to this project than most.
I've been a part of Boys and Girls since I was like 7 years old. Whatever team I got drafted to, I really want to be involved in the community.
Sutton and other players were on hand to help finalize the project and to do some of the heavy lifting. Sutton said a playground like this will help the youth have a more fun and healthy childhood.
It's really important for kids to be able to be active, and so I'm pretty sure they're going to be excited to see this, and I'm glad that I'll be able to be a part of this.
Well, you can't help but notice our Together for Colorado stories are a positive, empowering way of reporting the most important stories across our state in a way that keeps the focus on you and your family. And we love sharing all the great things happening in our communities. Just take a look at these 2 young ladies. Lone Tree Police awarded Jenny Swaim and Katie Ryan for saving someone's life. The 2 helped a senior citizen who had a medical emergency while swimming at the Heritage Hills pool. Congratulations to these 2 wonderful women. Golden police officers are showing their support for a fallen Douglas County deputy that took part in this year's Police Unity Tour. The 250-mile ride honors the memories of fallen law enforcement officers nationwide. It also raises money for the National Law Enforcement Memorial and Future Museum. This year's Golden Police team rode in honor of Deputy Zachary Parrish. Show us how people are coming together where you live. We really want to hear about it, so talk to us. Post it on social media using the hashtag #4Colorado, and I'll be sure to share it on the air. Well, thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Together. I look forward to seeing you back here next week when we have more incredible stories of how people are coming together for Colorado. And to you fathers out there, have a wonderful Father's Day. Until then, enjoy a little bluegrass music. Nothing says summer outdoors more than this. Photojournalist Eric Bloomer showcases the work of Fort Collins musician Tyler Grant of the Grant Farm Band.